Well, after a great opening game to this 3-game set at Yankee Stadium, and then getting your ass beat down yesterday, going in today with Yariel Rodriguez on the mound for the Blue Jays, where in his last outing he couldn't get out of the first, and going up against Garrett Cole, who notoriously beats up the Blue Jays, yeah, it's a recipe for disaster. Now, it came down to those guys really not being a factor in this ball game, as the Jays get walked off, 4-3 from the New York Yankees. Lovely stuff, Yankee Stadium. Jays tie it up at 3, and I think it was the 7th? No, it was top of the 8th inning. You're thinking, oh, maybe positive vibes. Rain delay, and we're like, oh, we see how this is going to go. And it went pretty much according to what you'd think as a Toronto sports fan, misery and how it's going to hurt. As you get walked off 4-3, DJ LeMahieu punches the ball up the middle for a base hit, and that's all she wrote. Now, let's get to the ball game itself, okay? Top of the second inning, Addison Barger rips one to right center field for a base hit. It goes to the gap, pretty much goes all the way to the wall. He ends up at second. Kirk comes in to score, and you're up 1-0. Ernie Clement dumps one into left center field, like literally dumps the thing just over the shortstop. Barger comes in to score. Jays lead at 2-0. They score 2 runs off of Garrett Cole in the top of the second and have the lead. And they have that 2-0 lead all the way to the bottom half of the 6th inning, where it doesn't go too great, right? Because who was on the mound? I think it was Brendan Little, right? Comes on. No, hold on a minute. It was bottom half of the 6th inning, right? Yeah, so Brendan Little was pitching. No, he got pulled. It was Zach Pop, right? It gives up a single to Jazz Chisholm, then a single to Anthony Volpe, and you're like, oh boy, this is not a good way to start the inning. And then they bring out new Blue Jay, Ryan Yarbrough, obviously the one acquired in the trade, the 1-for-1 with Kevin Kiermaier and the Los Angeles Dodgers. And he was fine. Problem is, when you're throwing like 85 as your fastball, you're not going to get a lot of swing and miss, albeit against the Blue Jays, he dominates, and we all know that by now. And the real turning point in the game was the double steal. Jazz Chisholm steals third, Volpe steals second, and this is all with nobody out, right? And you're like, oh boy, tying runs in scoring position now, and Trent Grisham hits an RBI ground out, scoring Jazz Chisholm, and just like that, it's a 1-run ball game. Then DJ LeMahieu hits a sacrifice fly, and we're tied at 2. Now, hey, Ryan Yarbrough gets the 3 guys that he faces, he gets all of them out. So good on him for that. It's unfortunate the Blue Jays bullpen, we know it's depleted to all hell because they traded half of it. You knew it was going to be an issue, and they end up tying it. And you're thinking, well, crap. And Henderson Cabrera goes out there in the bottom half of the 7th inning, had a little brouhaha with Aaron Boone as he fires the ball. I don't know. It was a weird play. You want a separate ball, so just the umpire, yeah, I want a new ball. And then he fires it fairly hard at the Yankees dugout. Now, again, it was at the fence. It was along the ground pretty much. But Aaron Boone took exception to that. Comes out of the dugout, grabs the ball, fires it at the Jays dugout. And we're like, okay, what's going on here? Now, for Henderson Cabrera, I don't know why he threw it to the Yankees dugout. He's kind of had a hot head at times. And that is right after Juan Soto took him deep to give the Yankees the lead, so he's probably pretty pissed off. So it was a weird scenario. But yeah, like I mentioned, Juan Soto took him deep, lefty, just Juan Soto being one of the best hitters in baseball, if not the best hitter in baseball. It's exceptional. And it was an opposite field home run for his 28th to give him the lead. But you go to the top half of the 8th inning, and this is where I say baseball is the game of inches, right? Juan Soto hits that ball out of the ballpark. It goes off the top of the wall and out. So you put another 2 or 3 feet in, it's off the wall, it's a double. Now, you still have Aaron Judge coming up, but the way the Jays were playing him today and the way teams should be playing him, you intentionally walk the guy. Don't let him beat you. So who knows what would have happened after that. We go to the top of the 8th inning. The Blue Jays have the bases loaded with Alejandro Kirk at the plate, and he crushes one to left center. I think it's gone off the bat. I'm like, did Kirk just hit a grand slam to put the Jays up? Aaron Judge catches it, 3-4 feet from the wall? It's a sacrifice fly. It ties the game great, but unfortunately, that's all you get. So again, the game of inches, that's 2 or 3 more feet deep. That's probably a home run for Kirk, and the Jays have the lead, and it's probably a totally different ball game at this point. But instead, it's tied. Everything okay? Well, at least it's 3-3. Now up. Heavens open up. Rain begins. It's delayed for over an hour. And you come back, nothing happens offensively, and then the Jays try a 5-man infield with DJ LeMahieu at the dish, and of course he finds the hole up the middle to score Anthony Volpe to walk it off in 10 innings. Great. So the Jays' loss now puts the record at 51-61 on the season. They lose the series 2 out of 3 to the Yankees. I believe they lose the season series now to the Yankees. And let's rip through some stats, shall we? Ernie Clement went 3 for 5 with an RBI in the game. Vladdy went 1 for 5, so a tough day in the office for him, but did have the double there in that first inning against Garrett Cole. Or was it the second inning? I think it was the first inning against Garrett Cole. But other than that, hits were scattered, right? Ernie had 3 of the 7. I mean, Kirk had 1 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored. Barger went 1 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored. David Schneider 1 for 4. That's it. 7 hits for the Blue Jays, 9 strikeouts. They walked 3 times. Not very good. But it's what you expect, though. This team's no good. They're 10 games under 500. They sold off like half their damn players at the deadline because they know they're not good. So the only positive you got from a game like this is Yariel Rodriguez. After that horrific start against the Baltimore Orioles, about a week ago, something like that, he was outstanding today. Right, 4 2/3, 4 hits allowed, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. It's just really unfortunate. They want to try and keep his pitch count down. He was taken out of the game, I think, at like 76 pitches. I'm trying to find that. 76 pitches. He had 51 strikes. He was pounding the zone. He had the Yankees off balance all afternoon, and they take him out. Brandon Little goes out there, walks 2 guys, and you're like, oh God, this is how it's going to go. And Zach Pop ends up getting out of that inning, but then gives up 2 hits the very next inning, which then come around to score us. He goes a third of an inning, allows 2 hits, 2 runs. Both were earned. Gets a strikeout, but that's all she wrote. Ryan Yarbrough goes a clean inning, technically, even though 2 runs do come across, but they were charged to Zach Pop. Edison Scribera goes an inning, allows 1 hit, the home run to Juan Soto. Gets a walk. Again, gets strikeout, but that's it. Ryan Burr goes 2/3 an inning, allows a hit and nothing more. Chad Green doing his thing, throws a clean inning and a third, allows 1 hit but nothing more. And Bowden Francis obviously faces a couple guys, gets the bunt from Trent Grisham, throws him out at first. It was in the dirt, though, but Vladdy made a nice pick. And then the base hit to walk it off as he picks up his 3rd loss on the year, and the Jays lose 4-3 to the New York Yankees. All right, now, look, we have an off day tomorrow. Thank God for that. I don't want to watch this team anymore, so having days off is kind of nice. So they get back in action, though, on Tuesday night as they host the Baltimore Orioles at Rogers Center. Grayson Rodriguez versus Chris Bassitt. It's a 7:07 first pitch there. As I mentioned in the little Tik Tok video, and if you haven't seen that already, go check the link down below. Let's just get this thing over with. We have 50-odd games to go, maybe even 50 smack on, actually. That's a lot of games. Let's just get it over with. Get to September. Get some more young faces up here. Get some more enticing pieces to the future. Maybe get Will Wagner up here, who's tearing apart AAA Buffalo after being acquired by the Blue Jays. Get Jake Bloss up here, obviously main piece in the Kikuchi trade. Get him in the rotation and just see what happens. We need some sort of entertainment because right now it's not very fun. All right, so you know what, guys, that's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and not the game because it stunk, hit that like button. I do appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button if it's not done so already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Blue Jays? Twitter, Discord, Instagram, and, of course, TikTok is down below, so follow up there if you haven't done so already. And I will talk to you guys Tuesday as the Jays host the Orioles. Grayson Rodriguez versus Chris Bassitt, 7:07 first pitch there. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and not the game because it blew. We'll talk to you guys then.